Hello friends, welcome to my new video lecture. In this lecture, I will talk about one of the most important poets in British literature. And I request you all that if you all have time, please do watch till the end of this lecture because some of the most important points about that particular poet I will be sharing in this lecture, which can be of great and immense value for value addition to your knowledge for various examinations. So it's my humble request that please do take out some time if you have, and please watch till the end of this video. And if possible, please, if you like my work, if you like the videos that I share, it's my humble request that please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. So today I will speak about Edmund Spenser. So when we talk of Spenser, Spenser occupies a very important position because of the significant works that Spenser has done. Let us start with his childhood. So before that, there are some important quotations, or there are important terms which have been given to Spenser. For example, Charles Lamb calls Spenser as the poet's poet. And at the same time, during the Elizabethan period, the Elizabethans overall recognized him as the Prince of Poets. Now, when we talk of Edmund Spenser, the timeline of Edmund Spenser is between 1552 to 1599. He was born in East Smithfield in London to John Spenser, who was a cloth maker by profession. He was educated at Merchant Taylors' School and at Pembroke Hall College, Cambridge. He received his BA degree of education in 1573, followed by his MA degree in 1576. Then on, he became the secretary to John Young, who was the Bishop of Rochester in 1578. Now, after that, after the time of 1578, if you see, Spenser published his first poetic work, which is a very significant work called the Shepherd's Calendar in 1579 at Kent, where he where he worked as a secretary to John Young, Bishop of Rochester. So in that period, the place called Kent, he published his first poetic work called the Shepherd's Calendar. Then he dedicated the Shepherd's Calendar to Sir Philip Sidney. He published the Shepherd's Calendar anonymously under the pseudonym of Immerture, which means unworthy. This is a very significant information. Shepherd's Calendar was modeled on Theocritus' Idylls and the classical poet Virgil's Eclogues. The Shepherd's Calendar, if you talk about the details of it, the Shepherd's Calendar consists of 12 eclogues, one for each month, which was meant to be sung by various shepherds. The Shepherd's Calendar, if you try to analyze the general theme, it expresses the regret for a lost golden age. Now then comes the next very important work of Edmund Spenser, that is the Faerie Queene. So the first three books of Faerie Queene was published in 1590. Overall, the 6 books of the Faerie Queene were published together in 1596. And only 6 books, because initially he planned 12 books, but only 6 books out of his 12 books could be completed. This Faerie Queene poem can be considered to be the first major poem which was written in Spenserian stanza. Now, if you look into the details of the Faerie Queene, which consists of the 6 books, let us just try to find out, because the titles of the books are very important from various competitive examinations point of view. The book 1 is called the Red Cross Knight, which is also termed as Holiness. Book 2 is Goyon, that is Temperance. Book 3, Britomart, Chastity. Book 4, Trimond and Campbell, Friendship. Book 5, Ardgell, Justice. And Book 6, Calidore, Courtesy. This is very important from any competitive point of view, so competitive examination point of view. So it's my humble request, please read the titles of these books. Then Edmund Spenser published a volume of 9 poems under the title of Complaints in 1591. He published another work which is an elegy on the death of Lady Howard called Daffinata, which was published in 1591. Then came his two other greatest works. One is Amuriti and Epithalamion, both published in the same year, that is 1595. When we talk of Amuriti is a sonnet sequence of 89 sonnets followed by 4 lyrics, which generally talks about his courtship with Elizabeth Boyle over a period of 2 years that he had the courtship with. Now, if you talk of Epithalamion, it consists of 365 lines of 24 stanzas, and it has the description of 16 days and 8 nights altogether. In 1595, he published one more work called The Colin Clouds Come Home Again, which is an autobiographical pastoral elegy, followed by his 4 hymns, which he published in 1596. And in that same year, he published one more important work, that is Prothalamion, in 1596. Now, Prothalamion, if you talk about Prothalamion in 1596, the word Prothalamion was invented by Edmund Spenser himself, which meant the spousal verse. Prothalamion consists of 10 stanzas, which is modeled on Italian canzoni. He invented a very important form, that is the Spenserian stanza, which is a line of 8 lines of iambic pentameter followed by an Alexandrine, that is iambic hexameter. The rhyme scheme, if you talk about of the Spenserian stanza, it's A B B C B C C. Then he another had a form. He also is associated with the Spenserian sonnet, which is an interlocked quatrains, and the rhyme scheme of the Spenserian sonnet is A B B C C D E E. So, my dear friends, this was just an outline about Edmund Spenser, the poet, the writer, the famous writer. If you like the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please thank you very much for sparing your valuable time, and I'll get back to such small but very informative videos in my following lectures, which will soon follow. This is Dr. Shoykot Banerjee signing off. May God bless you all. Thank you very much for watching the video.